is inmiddels een mooie traditie geworden. Een internationale musical inpakken en compleet overbrengen naar Nederlandse podia. Met kerst is het de beurt aan Cats. Terwijl de gasten op deze première alleen maar feestelijker worden, gaan we even 3 dagen terug naar het hotel hier om de hoek, waar ik 3 van de acteurs heb mogen spreken.
It's classical musical theatre. It's real. It's so story driven, and there's nothing tits and teethy about it, if I can use those words. It's honest. The singing is like all heartfelt. That's what I love about it, that it's real.
Billy, is this your first Cats engagement?
No, it's not. I've been doing Cats most of this year actually. We've been in Hong Kong and we toured all over China for 6 months, and we've just had a break now, and then we're back in Amsterdam ready for the new European tour that we're doing this year and next year. So yeah, it's been good. My Cats journey is still continuing, which I'm having a great time on.
Still not tired of it?
No, definitely not. I think one of the best things about Cats is there's so much freedom within characters and within the show. So it's really easy to keep it fresh and different every day. So it doesn't really ever. No 2 shows are the same. So it's always current, and it's always like depending on that audience and that show every day.
When I hear you say freedom, connected to a very famous, long-running West End show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Aren't those terms not contradictory to
They
each
are,
other?
definitely. So obviously the choreography's been the same for about 35 years now, and the direction and all the creative team are still very much involved. But within like the character choices, it's very much about us finding out who they are and who the Cats are, and we're so lucky that we get to explore different routes and finding the characters.
The other thing about Cats is you are going to hide yourself, your face, your body, under lots of layers of makeup
absolutely.
and clothes.
Yes, that's one of the best parts.
Oh yes?
Yeah, and it really helps us get in character. So
But what about your actor's ego, your
Right, of
pride?
course. Well-
We won't recognize you outside the theater to
won't.
congratulate you, to cheer you.
I know it's kind of when you come out of stage door, sometimes people are like, "Who do you play?" So that's happened before. But no.
What about your pride and your
Yeah,
ego?
I think I really enjoy it. I think when you sign up to be in Cats the Musical, I think that's something that I was personally very excited about, to work with the makeup designer and the wigs department and the costume, and having a tail and all those elements really kind of add them all together. They really help you be a cat.
You as an artist, you want to be recognized for your art, your craft.
I don't necessarily feel that way. I think for me it's more about, because I didn't come into this career until very late, so for me it's more about how you make the audience feel. And when I was younger, I remember going to the theatre, and I remember going and seeing a show, and my parents wouldn't let me have a chocolate bar, and I kicked up a stink. I was crying, oh, how dare they not let me have this chocolate bar. Then I went to go and see, I think it was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I went to go see that when I was little, and I remember as soon as that overture started, I was just completely forgot about everything, the chocolate, anything. And I think that is that's the only thing I want the audience to get from this, is that I want them to escape whatever is happening in the world, or if they've had a busy day or it's been tiring, or they've had a lovely day and this is an end to a lovely day. I just want them to come and enjoy and just forget about everything for a few hours and just can be completely in that show. That's all that matters to me.
That's very admirable, but in a year, you'll
see me. Yeah.
You'll score the part of Connor's sister in Dear Evan Hansen in the Noel Coward Theatre.
There you go.
And it's What's on Stage awards time. What about your ego then?
No, see, it's weird, isn't it? Because I know some people might be in it for that type of reason, that they like the attention and they like the. But I feel like I don't necessarily want that, if that makes sense. And so I don't mind talking about shows and obviously what you've been in and what you've done. But I think you have to kind of keep a level head, and we all have a job, we all work, and my job is no different to anybody else's.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm a swing.
So you know every part by heart.
I do. Well, most of them.
Is it physically and mentally possible to know all these parts at the same level?
Yes.
Of course, because you're a swing.
Yes. I think you have to have a swing brain. Not saying I do, but I hope I do. There's a certain way of thinking that allows you to be able to take in all that information and retain it. And I am obsessed with spacing. So for me, spacing has and always will be number one in a show. I love it. So being a swing is like heaven to me, because it's like, oh, what spacing is it tonight? And I enjoy that uncertainty, and then just like thinking, okay, that's my spacing. I love it. So I get a kick out of it, whereas other performers wouldn't, and they would prefer the one track, and that's brilliant. I get a kick out of the changing of tracks.
Swings are always at the bottom end of the cast list. How do you feel about that?
Do you know what? I feel okay about that.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, because I like it that we're kind of, no one knows about us. So when we get to come on, it's like a little sneaky shock factor. It's different. And at the end of China, it was wonderful. On our last show, we all came on and did a bow all together, and it just felt great. And I felt proud to be that person that was kind of backstage, ready to kind of save the show. That feels good to me.
The other thing is, you will be in stadium-like halls.
Yeah, massive.
Not those cozy West End theatres like the Noel Coward Theatre.
Right, absolutely. And I think for Cats that's fantastic, because it's very much as if the humans, the audience, have interrupted our evening. And we're the Cats as actors and part of the story, we're thinking that hold on a minute, there's humans there. And in an arena space, it's better for us because we do so much work in the auditorium and so much up and down the aisles that when it's a bigger space, we can command more and we can run around more and we can really get to see as many individual audience members as possible.
You are obviously part of the Netflix, Spotify generation.
Of course.
Flooded by modern musicals, rock musicals like Dear Evan Hansen and Spring Awakening.
Oh, I love
What's the attraction of such an old synthesizer-y musical
I know
like
what
Cats
you mean.
to You?
Yeah, I know.
Those synthesizers are 80s.
I know. I think that's why people love it, because obviously it's so nostalgic. Like if you go and watch Cats, West Side Story, A Chorus Line, you want to see it how it was originally done, because that's the beauty of it.
That's what's so wonderful about it, that it's, it was created then and it's still going, and it will be forever.
What a great great night, absolutely fantastic. The crowd was amazing, electric actually. It was really great. We've been rehearsing a little while now, so to have an audience was really what we needed.
To finally have an audience in watching us, and being not just watching, but they were part of it, to feel, you know, everything that's going on, to follow the story, especially when it gets to the end of the show and you have Skimbleshanks, Mistopheles, and then it gets to Memory, and you could feel the audience were completely behind us. It was very emotional.
Yes.
I have to say, yeah. I did cry.